And joining us, data scientist, founder and CEO of Squad, and author of Life Beyond Likes. Let me welcome Isa Watson. Hello.
Hi, Karen. How are you?
I am awesome. How art thou?
I'm good. It's launch day. I'm feeling good.
Good. All right. Are we on? So how much time do you spend online, Isa, and where's your time spent, or have you logged off completely? Because you're telling us to log off. Have you logged off?
I have to first say I'm not a social media abolitionist. I'm more of a, hey, just make sure you're managing it and it's not managing you. Like as far as Instagram, I post on there like twice a week, but I don't scroll Instagram at all. I haven't logged on TikTok in like 4 months, right? I spend very little of my time on social media, broadcasting to a bunch of folks I'll never meet, and a lot more of my time calling and texting my friends, and then work emails and stuff like that. But I'm more of a, I social media is consumption. I'm about connection, and I think that that's the shift that we need to make.
Right. And what does that shift look like, and what will that do for us to make this shift?
Yeah, so I think the first thing is really in understanding what has social media done to how we feel about ourselves, and what social media has morphed into is kind of democratized the concept of a personal brand. And so what that means is that people are sharing their highlight reels all the time. And then we're just consuming. 90% of social media users don't post, and they're just lurkers. So they're just like scrolling past, not engaging with content. But then we compare our messy whole lives to people's curated highlight reels and feel a lot less, good about ourselves, and feel like we're kind of missing certain milestones in life. So I think that, I encourage people to have strong boundaries around social media, and first, do a check-in. How does it make you feel? Like, I'm from North Carolina. I love me a good Krispy Kreme donut. But if I sit there and I eat four of them, I'm going to say all four were good. But after like 5 minutes after, I'm like, dang, I don't feel so great. Right. And that's how social media was for me, and how it's for a lot of people. And so it's kind of build the boundaries and make sure you're actually in tune with how it's making you feel on the day-to-day basis.
Yeah, I love that. I'm curious about who is your audience, right? Because I think there is a world where Jen, whoever we haven't named yet, all they will know is, and they actually a little different. They actually tap out. Like they actually don't care to be like on the phone or online. Like they actually don't. So they're kind of like, oh yeah, we'll tap in, we tap out. Maybe we'll be there, maybe we don't. I feel like millennials feel like they got to go hard. Gen Z feels like it's comedic. It's just a part of my life. It's not, they may not even be looking for like some of them. They're just like, this is just what it is. I'm living today. I laugh because I look at it. I feel for other people. I get my news. So how do people balance, especially you're a business owner, which I didn't even get to that part yet, but I'm just talking about human life right now. It's a part of you. It's an extension of who you are. How do you feel writing a book about like, hey, take a break from it? And what kind of response have you gotten?
Well, I'm not necessarily saying take a break from it. I'm saying to make sure that you are navigating it in a way that serves you, right? And I think that we've built up so many passive habits. We literally will lay on our bed, like right before we go to bed, like just scroll until we fall asleep. We wake up, let's see what's happened, scroll. And to your point about Jen, who hasn't been named yet, there was a UPenn study 2 years ago that showed that there's unprecedented levels of anxiety in adolescents, the average age was 12, because they have unrealistic expectations about what they should achieve, what they should own, and what they should look like. And so I do think that it's impacting this generation, but it's more than just the consumption and the curated highlight reels. It's also about the fact that they've kind of replaced the concept of scrolling with genuine friendship. And when you think about like what is fundamental to human needs, Maslow's hierarchy of needs dictates that belonging and connection is core to our human, experience. And when you're kind of getting sucked into this consumption platform, but conflating it with friendship and actually not really investing in real friendship, that's that's where a lot of the issues come in, according to that generation. And we, as Squad, we actually work with the New York City Department of Education. And, we have a lot of students actually on our app, using our app to help facilitate friendship. So it's not just, the social media component, it's kind of the passive habits that we built around it and how we think it's replaced real life connection when it hasn't.
Mm. We're talking with Isa Watson. She's a data scientist as well as the author of Life Beyond Likes. She's also a businesswoman, as is Omi. And venture capital, we were talking before you came in, Isa, about, because Omi is going to be before Congress tomorrow to tout loosening the reins on who can invest, which I'm all for. Like, we should be able to get in this game. But Black entrepreneurs, venture capital for us, and you posted this on your Twitter space, has plummeted 45% since the summer, the guilt of George Floyd. And I knew the window, I said this, I was like, this George Floyd guilt money is going to close up. The window's going to close because folk feel like, oh, is it all right? Y'all calm now. Okay, let's draw back the water. let's keep our money in our pockets. We've given it all away now, and you get no more. So for people starting businesses right now, and this is for both of you, and I'm glad Omi's doing what she's doing, because this is one of the solutions. Where do people get money, and do we need as much money as we think we need?
I mean, I'm gonna toss it. Is it Isa? I want to make sure I'm pronouncing it correctly.
Isa.
Okay, got it. I don't like getting people's name wrong. It's a pet peeve. So
you just heard me pronounce it 3 times.
I know. I want to get right.
I mean, I do butcher people's names, but I actually looked this up.
But I saw it there. And you from North Carolina? What part of North Carolina?
Chapel Hill.
Okay, I'm from Durham, born and raised.
Okay, Bull City.
Yes, you already know. Okay, so so your app was bought by Twitter?
No,
that right?
That's a different Squad. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. What was your early stage raising capital journey like with building the app? I think what I'm speaking to is the need to diversify the investment pool, and by expanding the accredited investor definition. So I'm interested in what your journey was like, raising capital.
Definitely difficult, right? And it's funny because I thought that, like, oh, I went to MIT. Oh, I have degrees in math. Oh, I have the things that all the people who write the checks say they want. And then I still had 300 doors slammed in my face before I could really get my first check cut. So I ended up, because I really couldn't raise from Silicon Valley, I went to my church in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, and I raised from like physicians and professors like $5,000 checks until I was able to, and I'm maybe I got to like $50,000 like that, right? But then I actually got ushered into Silicon Valley by a single person who was an early employee at Intuit, another person who was one of the earliest employees at Netscape. And I found that when you get ushered in by the right person, then they start talking to you and then they start listening to you. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So when I came in by myself, where this Black person introduced me, you wasn't with it. But when this white man introduced me, you were like, oh, okay, she's legit now. And so, I was able to, we've raised upwards of $5 million from Silicon Valley. And we've brought in like a number of founder operators, like the founder of Slack and Stitch Fix and Box.com and the founder of Zillow are all our investors as well. And Squad is an app that, just for people who may not know, Squad is an app that it's a consumer social app, but it allows you to build a world of just your closest friends. And we say it's the easiest way to talk to your friends every day away from social media. And you can only have 12 people in your squad. And so the idea is to deepen those connections that bring you joy, do less of the broadcast stuff because that's not really feeding your spirit, your soul, and your goals. But the fundraising journey was exceptionally hard. And I checked all the boxes that they said they wanted and more. And I still had, like I said, I had about 300 doors slammed in my face before anyone took me seriously over there.